Yo, what's up guys, it's Seahawks area back with another video, and yeah, we're in college now. Good times. But anyways, we got the week 3 recap, and as you can maybe see, probably not, because I don't know if my camera's covering it. Sunday night's still going on. I'm doing this like during the game because I don't care about the game. I already know the Chiefs will probably win. So let's just start off with whatever Thursday was. Patriots did nothing. May came in because I think Brissett got injured, or they just benched him because he was getting digged on a lot. Demario Douglas was like the only one that showed up for the Patriots. Stevenson lost a fumble. 2 players with 10 tackles. A sack for Uche. Sack for Wise. No picks. The 3 points came from Joey Sly. 5 punts for Behringer. That's all for the Patriots, and Aaron Rodgers is looking like Aaron Rodgers again. And Braylon Allen, is he taking Breece Hall's job? I don't know. Breece Hall did score though. Conklin, 93 yards. Touchdown for Lazard, touchdown for Wilson. Pretty good Jets offense. Hall did fumble. Chuck Clark picked up a fumble. 8 tackles for Williams. A sack for Chuck Clark. 2 sacks for Will McDonald. That's like 5 in the last 2 games, right? A sack for Quinnen Williams, and then half sacks for these people. Kinlaw with a sack, half sack for Clemens, totaling out at 7 sacks. No interceptions. Zerline with 6 points, 3 punts from Morstead, just absolute destruction. Alright, the Chargers are no longer undefeated. I got this game super wrong. Steelers, they might be legit. I don't know. Herbert got injured. Heineke came in and got sacked more times in like 2 drives than Herbert did. It was something. J.K. Dobbins didn't do much. To be fair, the Chargers really didn't do much, but Quentin Johnston, again, he scored. Is he actually good now? He just might be. He can maybe retire his mom now. Bozeman and Herbert fumbled. Slater picked up a fumble. Same with Herbert. 12 tackles for Henley. That's my boy, even though not at Wazoo, but still can support you. A sack for James. A sack for Mack. And that's all. An interception for Bud Dupree, former Steeler, if I'm not mistaken. So there you go. 4 points for Dickers. 7 punts for Scott. And then Justin Fields, he had quite a day, didn't he? He looked good. Najee Harris was much better in the second half. God dang, Cordero Patterson is still playing. Fields got a rushing touchdown. Calvin Austin had a nice 55-yarder. Good for him. No fumbles. 8 tackles for Queen. A sack for Hayward. A sack for Roberts. 2 for Herbig. 1 for Watt. Good God, Chargers O-line. 5 sacks on the day for the Steelers. 8 points for Boswell. 3 punts for Corliss Waitman. Just an ass-kicking if I've ever really seen one. Speaking of ass-kickings, we got the Vikings and the Texans. Wow, is Sam Darnold like actually good? Or is it just going to be 2021 Sam Darnold all over again? Where he was good for literally the first 3 weeks and then just did nothing the rest of the year? But let's start with the Texans. I'm sure most of this was garbage time for Stroud, so not the best day for my MVP. God dang, Davis Mills came in, and for some reason Stephon Diggs threw the ball. The rushing was useless. Stephon Diggs had a nice revenge game, I guess. Didn't win, but tried his best. Cam Akers with a receiving touchdown. And that's all the Texans offense did. Azeez Al-Shahir, who got fined for last week bullcrap with 10 tackles. Let's see, 2 sacks for Settle, 1 for Barnett, 1 for Will Anderson, 4 on the day for the Texans. Now 1 whole point for Fairbairn, and 4 punts for Townsend. And now the Vikings. Sam Darnold, let him cook. 181, 4 touchdowns. Jeez, man. Aaron Jones went nuclear today. Same with Justin Jefferson, because he always has to. This freaking Jalen Naylor guy, though, he is off the radar good this year. Like, no one knows who he is besides Vikings fans. But he's been cooking this year quietly. He's a quiet chef. cooking some, like, Michelin star food, probably. Aaron Jones had a receiving touchdown. He went off on my fantasy bench. That's a sight to see. Darnold fumbled. Powell picked it up. Ginkle, Bynum, Smith, 6 tackles. Sack for Ginkle. 3 for Grenard. Revenge game. There you go. And Redmond with a sack as well. Ginkle used to be on the Texans too, right? So 2 revenge games, something like that. Good for them. Kamu and Bynum with interceptions. I'm pretty sure both of them were tips, so I don't know if they really should count. Let's see, 10 points for Reichard and 4 punts for Wright. Saints, you had them until the last, 10 minutes of the game. Are you kidding me? You just had 10 minutes to go. You were holding them all game. You were holding the Eagles' defense and offense all game long until the 4th quarter. What was the pep talk before the 4th quarter? Was it nothing? Were you getting too comfortable? What the hell? And Jalen Hurts didn't do much, judging by the box score, I guess. Barkley cooked, only in the 4th quarter, though. Freaking Dallas Goedert, he does this once or twice, sometimes 3 times a year. He has 3 great games, and then there's nothing for the other games of the season. Hopefully Devonta Smith is okay. He got cheap-shotted when the play should have been called dead. So, good job on that, refs. Thanks for prioritizing this guy's health. Did a bang-up job. Obviously no touchdowns. Hurts lost a fumble. Bond with 13 tackles. A sack for Jordan Davis. And that's all, somehow. Blankenship with a pick. Elliott with 1 whole point and 1 whole punt for Braden Mann. Moving on to the Saints. I just had a feeling that they would lose, even though they started off really, really good. But shit happens, I guess. Oh no. Like I said, what was the thought process going into the 4th quarter? You can't be that comfortable no matter who you play. You only had 3 points until the 4th quarter, too. So, I don't know. Derek Carr had a nice touchdown to Olave, which is actually right here. So that's good on the day. Good for them. Kamara did some good rushing, I guess. Olave cooked, which is nice. Shaheed, going from having some of the best stats to no catches on 5 targets. What? Willie Gay with a fumble recovery. 10 tackles for Adebo. Again, that dude's a tackling machine. Granderson, that cheap bastard. 1.5 sacks. Half a sack. Taylor, 2 for Brissy. Nice to see he's coming alive. I don't think Saints fans have been really appreciative of him so far. Matthew with a nice interception. Gruppe with 6 whole points. Hayball, what a punter name, for 4 punts. Broncos get their first win after beating Tampa's ass, 26-7. Bo Nix is the first quarterback of this draft class to get a win, if you think quarterback wins are a thing. But he actually had a good day. Not passing particularly. He didn't throw a touchdown, but he was great rushing, and he's a day person. Was cooking, and then just Javonte, man, this sucks for him. He went from a great looking rookie to just injuries, and he hasn't been able to recoup since. It's awful. It really is awful. Cortland Sutton was the leading guy with 7 for 68. Javonte lost a fumble. Jones recovered a fumble. Singleton with 10 whole tackles. 2 sacks for Tillman, 1 for Cooper and Allen, 1 for Benito, Franklin Myers, and Key. 7 whole sacks as well. Jones with a 37-yard interception return, 14 points. Half of the points came from your kicker. Good job. Riley Dixon with 2 whole punts. And then Baker looked like ass today. His whole team looked like ass today. Bucky Irving, I might as well drop Rachaad White and pick him up because, good God, man. I didn't learn from last week, clearly, and we all make mistakes. Chris Godwin him and K. Dot were like the only Bucks that tried today, besides Irving as well, so that's just great. And then fucking Mike Evans over here, 2 for 17, what is that, man? Otten lost a fumble, Hall picked up a fumble, Dean was 13 tackles. They didn't get 1 sack. That's probably why you lost 26-7. That's a big reason why. No picks. Good job. A whole point for McLaughlin. 4 punts for Camarda. I would be willing to bet Camarda almost had more punt yards than you guys had offensive yards. It's like the Titans got rid of the wrong quarterback, huh? Malik Willis, kick your ass, Tennessee. The Packers kicked your ass. Good job, Malik Willis. Way to shut them up, huh? Both through the air and on the ground, he was kicking your ass. Tennessee, a touchdown through the air and on the ground. The rushing just in general was great. 188 rushing yards. Christian Watson was cooking. Manuel Wilson had a touchdown. Jaden Reed had a nice catch in the first quarter, I think it was. Van Ness recovered a fumble that Will Levis was so gracious to give to you. He got on that fumble as well. Got knocked to the ground. 9 tackles for McDuffie. Half a sack for these two. 2 for Wyatt. 1.5 for Enagbear. Half for Cooper. 2 for Smith. 1 for Van Ness. 8 sacks on the day. Jair had a pick 6 and another interception for McKinney. That's like 4 in the first 3 games as a Packer for him. Good job. What a ball hawk you are, man. 12 points for Navarson and 5 punts for Whelan. Now to the Titans. Will Levis sucks. I'm still so glad I was not on your guys' hype train, because that train probably drove right into the Bermuda Triangle somehow. Good God. Your rushing is nothing either. Tony Pollard can't get it together. DeAndre Hopkins did have a nice catch on Eric Stokes, made him look stupid on that touchdown. So there you go. And Nick Vannett, of all people, scored you guys' first touchdown today. Nick Vannett. I didn't even know that guy was in the league anymore. That's crazy. Yep, Levis lost a fumble. It's just, like, it's getting worse every week on how bad his turnovers are. I don't know if one can beat last week, though. We'll see. We'll see next week. 13 tackles for Ernest Jones, 2 sacks for Kenneth Murray, 1 for Jeffrey Simmons. That's all. No picks. 2 points for Folk, 4 for Stonehouse. Did Titans get it together? What is going on with you guys? Alright. The worst quarterback in the NFL takes down the second worst quarterback in the NFL. Good job, Daniel Jones. You are now not the worst quarterback, because Deshaun is. Daniel Jones, though, have yourself a day. You and Malik Neighbors had amazing connections all game long. And Singletary, outside of a fumble, he was cooking for you guys. And this Eric Gray guy, he was good in the preseason. Why is he not getting the ball in the regular season? Also, Wan'Dale Robinson had himself a nice day, so good job. The holy grail of fumbles, though. Maybe that's why Gray doesn't get the ball, because he fumbled away. Alright, 9 for Flott, and then just 8 sacks. I'm pretty sure, yeah, Burns had 1. Lawrence had 2. Remember what I said with the Giants defense? It could be underrated. Your D-line is carrying your pitiful defense. 3 points for Joseph. That's who your replacement kicker is. And of course he's already missing actual field goals. My God. Jamie Gillen with 7 punts. Alright. I'm not going to call him Bill Cosby anymore. I'm just going to call him Diddy. Diddy Watson. Your ass. How much more do I have to say that? You suck at your job, Watson. You should be demoted to AAA in the NFL. You should be in the CFL right now. Because you are the worst quarterback now in football. Your rushing still can't do anything. Amari Cooper finally did something, I guess. 7 for 86, 2 touchdowns. On your guys' first offensive play of the game, after recovering the opening kickoff because they fumbled it, got a nice little touchdown that was under review for like 5 minutes or something like that. Oh look, Watson being so nice. 2 fumble losses. I thought he had 2 interceptions. I guess not. But he lost 2 fumbles. Good job. Delpit with 10 tackles. A sack for Smith. A sack for Big O. I'm not going to try to say his name. No picks. 1 point for Hopkins. 6 punts for Corey. And Browns, the Giants were trying to give you the game in the fourth quarter. You wouldn't do shit with it, though. You guys are one of the worst teams. You always have been, and you always will be one of the worst professional football teams ever. Did people actually watch this game? Alright. Caleb Williams, first rookie quarterback to throw touchdowns. That's nice. He actually had himself quite a good day. He only got sacked 4 times, opposed to the 7 from last week. Your rushing sucks as well. You paid DeAndre Swift all that money, and that's what you get out of him. 1.5 yards on average a carry. That's garbage. Rome Odunze and Cole Kmet, though, they cooked for you guys. DJ Moore had that Hail Mary at the end of the first half, and he was 1 yard from scoring. My fantasy team would have appreciated if you would have extended your arms into the end zone. Just saying, maybe next time. Williams lost a fumble. 7 tackles for Walker. Let's see, 1 sack. And that's all from Montez Sweat, of course. At least Johnson and Edmonds got you guys some picks. Still can be enough for the win. 4 points for Santos and 3 punts for Taylor. Hey, Taylor punted a little less today, so day by day, that tweet from Caleb Williams is coming true, I guess. Next week he'll punt like probably 6 times, though. I would bet it. Anthony Richardson sucks. I'm not sorry for saying that. He sucks. He can complete passes 99% of quarterbacks can't, but he can't complete 99% of passes quarterbacks can complete. I saw that on a meme page and I just had to reference it because it's so damn true. Look at his passes in the first week compared to now. Dog shit. Horrible. What's going on, AR? Sometimes you wake up and you play like the hype that you're given. Other days, you play like Daniel Jones covered in Diddy's baby oil that he had stored away. What are you doing, buddy? Jonathan Taylor had a great game. Freaking Trey Sermon got bull rushed into the end zone by every player on the field. It was nice. Yeah, look at this great receiving, huh? Yeah, this is awesome. Stewart picked up a fumble. 3 players had over 10 tackles. Some half sacks. 3 full sacks. 4 total sacks. Jalen Jones, 2 interceptions. A 7th round pick, I think. Picked off the number 1 pick 2 times in 1 game. Good job. Hope your team win, that's for sure. Matt Gay with 3 points. Sanchez with 5 punts. Safe to say Bryce Young was the problem. Panthers get their first win. They kick the Raiders' ass. Those 15 points were garbage time. I don't care. They kicked your ass, Raiders. In your own home. Are you serious? That's embarrassing. Red Rocket, Red Rifle, whatever you want to call him, Leprechaun on the other side of the rainbow, it don't matter. He cooked with the same offense Bryce Young couldn't do it with. Bryce Young is not good at football. You know why? Because he's an Alabama quarterback that had everything he could have ever wanted with Nick Saban as well. And right after you're done with that, you don't do anything in the NFL. That's how it goes. I'm not lying. Chuba Hubbard, though, have yourself a day. A touchdown from Miles Sanders in 2024. That's funny. Deontay Johnson, Chuba Hubbard, Adam Thielen, touchdowns. Thielen got hurt on that touchdown that he had, so that's not good. Michael Jackson, the hee-hee master himself, with 9 tackles. A sack for LeBrian Ray. A sack for Peavy. A sack for Jadeveon Clowney. Since when was he on the Panthers? Okay. Michael Jackson also got an interception. Of course, when you leave the Seahawks, now you actually produce something worth a damn. Alright. Thanks. 12 points for Pinheiro and 4 points for Hecker. Alright, Raiders. Gardner Minshew was alright, I guess. Aiden O'Connell came in after Minshew was benched. He did something, I guess. I'm sure it was against second and third stringers, but hey, stats are stats. Your rushing sucks. Zamir White's not good. Madison got, what, a 3-yard touchdown? That's about it. Trey Tucker was your leading receiver when you had Myers, Bowers, and Adams on the same offense. Okay, Myers also scored. Hey look, Spillane again at the top of the tackle list, 11, and he gets a sack. Defensive Player of the Year. I'm kidding. Half a sack for Wilkins and Snowden. No picks. 2 points for Carlson, 5 points for Cole. Also, rest in peace to anyone who started the Raiders defense in fantasy. I did that in both of my leagues, and they got me negative 2 points in both. Not fun. Not fun at all. I don't care if we were playing Skylar Thompson. I don't care if we're playing Nick Boyle or Tim Boyle. I don't care if we were playing an injured Tua. Miami Dolphins, you guys are nothing special at all, I promise. Even with Tua, we would have won, and I know that for a fact. Because the Dolphins cannot play in anything that's not 70-degree weather, good teams, or teams above 500. We met all 3 of those qualifications, and you guys scored 3 points. Once again, I don't care if it was with backup quarterbacks. I don't care if it was with a guy that shouldn't be in the NFL, Tim Boyle. You guys aren't special at all. You guys did nothing. Trey Brown and Tariq Woolen bodied you, Tyreek Hill. And look, D. Eskridge, he got 30 yards on a play against our 4th stringers, I think, at the end of the game, so good job on your revenge game, pal. A better revenge game for you would be revenge against the blue injury tent. Might be a possibility for you. I don't know. Thompson fumbled twice. Ingold fumbled. Poyer was 9 tackles. Same with Jordan Brooks. Oh, yeah, also you can go back to Miami. You're nothing special either, Brooks. A sack for Hand. A sack for Zeiler. Sack for Campbell. 3 sacks. These interceptions were not Geno's fault. They were tipped passes, so shut the hell up before you start saying, oh, Geno's bad, he threw 2 interceptions. Look back at them. No, he did not. Tipped passes are interceptions, okay? 3 points for Sanders in the Dolphins only scoring in the first quarter, and 6 whole punts for Bailey, and I'm pretty sure he had more punt yards than your pathetic offense had total yards. Alright, Seattle. Thank you. You know, I didn't pick us to win because I really didn't think we were going to, but I don't care. We kicked your ass, Miami. Fair and square. The whole second, third, and practically all the fourth quarter weren't anything special. But from the start of the game, when we got that touchdown for Charbonnet, you guys were not going to come back at all. And I know for a fact you would agree with that. Charbonnet, sorry, I wasn't familiar with your game. You actually looked pretty good. You had 2 touchdowns. DK Metcalf burnt a hole in Kendall Fuller on the final play of the first quarter. Noah Fant's actually getting involved. That's crazy. Also, back-to-back 100-yard games for DK Metcalf. No one's talking about that. Why? Is it because he's a Seahawk? Probably is, honestly. Lockett was reliable. Jackson was good. It's nice to see that we're actually using him every single game and not just flipping a coin to see which one of these 3 players gets the football. Also, A.J. Barner, his first 3 catches in the NFL. Good job. Pharaoh Brown had his first catch as a Seahawk. Geno recovered his own fumble. Rayshawn Jenkins with 10 tackles and the defense. 2 sacks for Hall. 1 for Dodson where he lit up, I think it was Boyle or something. Whatever the quarterback was. Draymond Jones with a sack. Jaron Reed with a sack. Boye Mafe with a sack. 6 sacks. And we got sacks without our 2 best defensive linemen. 6 points for Myers and 4 punts for Dixon. We're coming for you, Detroit. It's going to be a really good game. Hopefully we win. I have no idea if I even got 5 games right this week. The Ravens kicked the Cowboys' ass. Those 19 points were garbage time points. You got your asses kicked, Dallas, in your own home. I don't want to hear it. Your team is horrible right now. Ravens get their first win. Derrick Henry, this is what Raven fans would want from you, man. Ran all over Dallas's defense. It was a great day for America right there. Lamar was running all over your defense. He didn't even have to do a lot in the passing either, which he did really well in. Only 3 incompletions. Your leading guy, though, was Nelson Aguilar. Bateman had the only receiving touchdown. This rushing, though, just all of it totaled. That is scary if it could happen every game. Marcus Williams got a fumble back. 2 players with 10 tackles each. 2 sacks for Van Noy. No picks. 4 points for Tucker, who honestly might be washed. He missed another field goal. He leads the league in missed field goals right now with 3. It might be time, man. Might be time to hang it up. 4 punts for Stout. I mean, my fantasy team appreciates this, Dak, but you haven't done anything worth your contract that you got yet. Your rushing is still awful besides a Dak Prescott touchdown. Ferguson and CD were nice to do good. Turpin scored a touchdown, same was Tolbert. I don't get why CD couldn't score a touchdown, but whatever. Instead, he actually lost a fumble. 12 tackles for Kendricks. Had no sacks on the day. No picks. Aubrey was 7 points, 4 punts, 4 anger. You know, this looked like it was a really good game. The Lions beat the Cardinals 20-13. Detroit, thank you. So now every team in the NFC West besides this team right here are 1-2. Right there, Arizona, LA, and San Fran. Jared Goff didn't look like he did a lot, but he did enough to help his team win. David Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs looked like they were the story of this game. St. Brown went off. Laporta got carted into the locker room, so that really sucks. Jahmyr Gibbs had 0 catches, 20 yards, and a touchdown. I don't think they're going to call that that toss that I think it was St. Brown did as a catch for Gibbs on that 20-yard touchdown, but there you go. No fumbles, 9 tackles for Branch, a sack for Hutchinson. Hey, at least now you guys win when he gets a sack. That's good. That's the only sack, though. Joseph with a pick. 2 points for Bates, 5 punts for Fox. Alright, Murray did better than Goff, but they didn't win. He was the leading rusher on the day as well. The rushing was very, very spotty. Marvin Harrison, once again. Keep this up, and that Offensive Rookie of the Year award is as good as yours, my friend. No fumbles, White was 10 tackles, a sack for Mack Wilson, a sack for Stills. That's all. Interception for Gardeck. Prater with 7 points. Blake Gillikin with 5 punts. Really, Niners? You choked to the Rams? Alright. I don't want to hear it, Niner fans. Oh, we didn't have McCaffrey. We didn't have Debo. Shut up. The Rams barely have a full team and they kicked your ass in the end. How, Niners? Was it because Ronnie Bell sucks? Is it because Ayuk wasn't worth the money? So far, it's not, at least. Was it because your defense sucked in the second half? What was it? All I know is Matthew Stafford showed why he's a good quarterback, and he made it work with grocery workers for the most part today. Purdy was on fire, though. Him and Juwan Jennings were on fire. Jordan Mason had a nice second half. Brock Purdy had 41 rushing yards. I don't know what the heck that's about. And outside of Jennings, your offense for receiving wasn't anything special. I mean, Ronnie Bell dropped what could have been the game-winning catch. It was wide open for him, and he just dropped it. Good job, man. Brock Purdy and Brendel fumbled. 9 tackles for Ward, a sack for Hargrave, a sack for Collins, a sack for Sam. Okay, that guy. No picks. 6 points for Moody, 2 punts for Wishnowski. Rams, thank you guys for winning. I didn't pick you guys, but thank you for winning. Matt Stafford did what he could. I'll say that he did what all he could do, and it was enough. Kyron Williams was your offense, though, outside of Atwell. He had 3 total touchdowns. On his first touchdown, he flipped over a guy to get into the end zone and then had some goal line touchdowns. Tutu was cooking. Robinson had a nice 32-yard catch. Whittigan, I think he could actually be good if he gets the ball more. He looks like he could be a really productive receiver. I mean, everyone was really getting the ball today. Seemed like everyone was in the 20s and 30s. Only one person had over 33 receiving yards, though. Fisk got a fumble recovery at the end of the first half that you guys did nothing with. 3 players had 10 tackles exactly. 30 tackles between 3 people. Nice. Byron Young with a sack. That's all. No picks. 9 points for Cardi and 3 punts for Evans. Well, Sunday night just ended, and Falcons really, on 4th and 1, you run a stretch to the left. That's how you lose. That's unfortunate. Apparently there was a lot of controversy in this game with a lot of refs. Again, it's the Chiefs, guys. What do we expect at this point? You get a lot of calls. It's just how it is. Mahomes looked good, threw a pick to his favorite player, Justin Simmons. I don't know how he does it. Almost every time Simmons and Patrick Mahomes go against each other, they just do. Carson Steele with the starting job against the Falcons. He didn't look that bad. 17 for 72. But Rashee Rice was cooking. And Juju Smith-Schuster caught a touchdown in 2024. What are we doing? Are we living in reverse? No fumbles. Connor 10 tackles. A sack for Felix. A sack for Pennell. A pick for Connor and a pick for Watson. That's my boy. Or what? No, it was a pitch, I think. Yeah, pitch interception. Watson got it and got 12 yards. He was part of it, though. He was part of it. 10 points for Butker. Missed an extra point. Ended his 39 streak or whatever it was. Matt Ariza with 3 punts. And then classic Kirk Cousins on primetime games. Couldn't get it done. His rushing was ass. So far, my Bijan Robinson Offensive Player of the Year candidate hasn't looked too hot right now. Averaging not even 2 yards a carry. But hey, he scored a touchdown. Drake London and Darnell Mooney were the leading guys. Kyle Pitts actually did something, I guess. 50-yarder for him, so there you go. Cousins just had to fumble twice. 2 players with 10 tackles each. Or 10 plus tackles, no sacks. Yep, there's a pick for Justin Simmons. 5 points for Koo and 3 punts for Pinion. Alright, both Monday games are over and the Jags got pounded by the Bills. 47-10. Jeez. Jags, I don't know what to think of you, besides I think you are now the worst team in football. The Panthers handed that over to the other cat team, or one of the other cat teams. You guys have nothing going for you right now. It's either you or the Titans that are the worst team in football right now. I'm leaning towards the Jags more, because they actually had expectations with their $250 million quarterback who's done nothing since getting that contract. He got benched for Mac Jones after he got nothing done for the team. I mean, ETN looked somewhat producive, I guess. Kirk was productive. Thomas was productive. Brenton Strange got your only touchdown of the day. That tells you all I need to know. Mac Jones did lose a fumble. He got blasted on that fumble as well. So classic Mac Jones right there. Let's see. Not one sack, but hey, 69 tackles by our team. Nice. No picks. Cam Little got 4 of your points, and Logan Cook got 2 punts, almost more punt yards than your offense had probably. Josh Allen cooked. Most of this was in the first half because guys really didn't need to do much in the second half. You were already winning 34-3 at that time. Josh Allen was also the leading rusher. James Cook and Ray Davis scored touchdowns. Khalil Shakir continues to cook and be the number 1 receiver for you guys. Kincaid scored. Todd Johnson scored. Keon Coleman got his first touchdown. And Casey Toohill recovered a fumble. Dorian Williams with 11 tackles. Let's see, a sack for Ingram, a sack for Epinenza, a sack for Toohill, a sack for Miller, a sack for Solomon. 5 sacks on the day. And Damar Hamlin got his first career interceptions. Congratulations to him. 11 points for Bass. The Bills kicker got more points than the Jaguars team did. That's embarrassing. Sam Martin with only 1 punt as well. That's what should happen with a punter. Barely playing football. Alright, Commanders. You guys actually might be legit this year, and Bengals, you guys are bad. You are a bad football team right now. Jaden Daniels, okay, his QBR, the best QBR by a rookie quarterback in NFL history right there. At least I found that out after the game, but wow, 2 incompletions on the whole day and 3 total touchdowns. Have yourself a day. Potential rookie of the year so far as well. It's looking like it's a race between him and Marvin Harrison Jr. They're just racing to the end. So far, I think Jaden Daniels has a little bit of an inch over it. He was the leading rusher. Your top 3 rushers scored, though. I don't know except with Brian Robinson, though. 2.1 yards a carry. Okay. Terry McLaurin, that touchdown was one of the best plays of the season so far. Jaden Daniels was hit as he thrown and still delivered a Russell Wilson type deep ball where only his receiver could catch it. And the rest is history. The game clinching catch, 4 for 100 and a touchdown. Congrats, Terry McLaurin. And Trent Scott got a touchdown. Jaden Daniels' first touchdown pass was to an offensive lineman. Good job. Zach Ertz fumbled and Nick picked it up. Good old Bobby Wagner with 8 tackles leading the guys. A sack for Javonte Jean-Baptiste. Half a sack for Fowler and Armstrong. No picks. That's shocking. 8 points for Seibert. And here's another cool fact. This was the first game without a turnover or a punt since 1940. That is like, 84 years? Crazy. Joe Burrow, he actually had an amazing game. Too bad his defense sucks. They might have the worst defense in the league right now. Your rushing is getting better. A touchdown out of Zach Moss. That was garbage time, though. That was with less than a minute left. So, yeah. Jamar Chase, though, he seems to be back. Him and Burrow are looking like they're back. Alright, how do I say this guy's name? Andre Yosibas, I think? He has another touchdown. He's looking great for a receiver 3 now, since T. Higgins is back, but he could be a receiver 2 if either Jamar or T. Higgins leave, but I wouldn't trust him as a number 1 receiver at all. No fumbles, 9 tackles for Pratt and Wilson, so good job for your linebackers. Oh, Von Bell with 9 tackles as well. Half a sack for Carter, half a sack for Tuffle, 1 full sack for Hendrickson as his only tackle of the day. No picks, and 9 points for McPherson. Bengals, what is wrong with you guys? Why is it so hard for you to look like an NFL team the first month of the season? Like, get it together, please. Well, anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please like, comment, and subscribe, and turn the notification bell on so you'll never miss an upload. I will see you in the next video. Go Hawks!